So today I want to show you guys how to make the perfect breakfast potatoes, and I also want to show you how to season up your griddle while you're cooking on it. So I'm going to start by just dicing up all my potatoes. I'm using these yellow potatoes. I think they're going to work perfect. I don't even have to peel them. I throw them in a pot of water, boil them on the stove for a few minutes, let them get tender. Now we're going to add some veggies. I got some red onions. We're just doing like a medium dice here. So I got my red bell pepper. I got my orange bell pepper. These colors are going to look perfect in this potato dish. A little bit of green, and they're also going to add some great flavor. And the yellow. So now I'm going to clean my griddle. And next time I promise I'll show you guys a video on how I do this. But I start with a little bit of oil down there. And then guys, I'm going to take what's called a grill brick, and I just move that back and forth, kind of do little circular motions. Got to use a little elbow grease, and we get this whole thing cleaned up. I scrape it off, wipe it down, and we're good to go. Now let me show you how we re-season it. I'm going to start with some pats of butter, and I'm just going to get these down. A lot of the heat was taken out of the griddle when I cleaned it, so it needs to kind of reheat a little bit. So it's not smoking hot, which is perfect. That's the perfect time to throw this butter on there. I'm going to try to start getting a full coverage. I just move it all around, back and forth. Be careful because it is hot enough to burn your fingers, so as that butter starts melting, you're going to want to stop, maybe use a spatula. Throw an extra piece down. I'm trying to get most of the coverage in the area where I'm going to be cooking right now. That looks perfect. I throw down those peppers and onions. I'm just going to move those around, and once again, getting that full coverage, letting that butter kind of cook into that griddle. It's going to create a nice season on there. Make it nice and non-stick. I'm going to add my seasoning now. A little salt, pepper, toss those around. This is already moving around real nice. It's like I'm cooking on ice. Everything's super slippery. Throw down those potatoes. I toss those around so they get a nice coverage in that butter as well. And we're going to season those. I'm going to start with garlic powder. Put a healthy amount. We got a lot of potatoes here. Next, I'm doing some paprika. This will help add a little bit of color. We're going to go with a big pinch of salt. Always got to have your salt on there. And some pepper. Real simple. Now I'm going to throw these little pats of butter. Kind of let them melt down in. Don't toss this quite yet. We want them to get nice and crispy. Let that bottom side cook. Let some texture get on those potatoes. Then we'll move them around. Those are looking perfect. They got a little crispy edge. They're seasoned well. We're just going to flatten them out again. And I think they're ready. And when I plate them, I served some quiche. These went on the side. It looked just like that. Absolutely perfect. Super tender on the inside. Nice and crispy on the outer edge. What a treat. Cheers, everyone.